And onwards. Yes, I'm still squeezing in some of the smaller recordings I had. So this is late spring year 8. Forgot which turn exactly, because I'm never counting them. And you can see me again doing what you probably hate the most by now, scripting. At the very least, my Deva of Destruction is finished, and with a resistance against fire of 40, I have forged something basically invulnerable, at least as invulnerable as it gets in Dominions 4. Dominions 3 resistances were percentage based, and as soon as you got to 100%, you basically took never ever damage again. In this case, 40 is pretty high. Almost nothing can do that much fire damage in one go, and while Firestorm is pretty impressive, its deal is doing slow amounts of damage over time, not giant loads of them at the same time. So I can cast this, and as you've seen, as you look, I have basically made a scripting plan to summon some fire elementals just to draw pesky enemies away if they get too close. And what will happen in battle is the Deva of Destruction will cast Firestorm, and then if she still has some endurance left over, she'll cast Living Fire to get a small army of fire elementals on the field, and she'll cast it again. But I also want, yes, and then some fire elementals. That spell is different. Instead of getting an army of smaller fire elementals, you get stronger. And you have those spells of course, for the other elementals too, but we want fires. The last thing I need is I'm summoning a fire spirit as backup caster to get more fire elementals on the battlefield. Together they should be enough to roast huge amounts of vampires, and since the undead they can summon are also vulnerable against fire, it will be a nice synergy of roasting undead flesh to cinders. And yes, up in the north, I finally made this little exchange, and Gavnar has taken over the siege of the province. And I'm back to dealing with Bogarus. Funnily enough, he started sieging my new Patron province just after my reinforcements arrived over there. So it's basically impossible now for him to get into that fort, and I will soon throw him down. Meanwhile, a backup army of mine is getting some random provinces just because I can. Another army sits around, a huge one there, and reinforcements have finally arrived in the south, more on the way, and soon there will be more battles around here. Last time a major battle happened, we kind of had some kind of mutual assured destruction going on, with me breaking an enemy communion just by having tons and tons of units and slowly walking my way through it. But there's also still vampires down here. Just not that many of them. I guess most of them are fighting Gav, which is nice. It looks like Gav is slowly pushing westward, which gives me some revenue to get back at Bogarus. Yeah, one annoying thing is that my Harab Elders are the only reliable source of level 2 death magic, and sometimes a little bit more, and I can only get one of them every second turn. That's annoying, but well, I wanted to play late age Calum as a death nation, so I guess the joke is on me. So I hope you didn't notice this, but there was again some weird synchronization problem. I'm kind of flummoxed as to why this sometimes happens and sometimes not. I guess the lesson here is to stop using two different programs for recording and making audio commentary. As nice as using Audacity is, it's really nice to have commentary and video recording perfectly synchronized. I guess the only problem is the one recording program I have which can do this, mixing audio and video recordings together, is also not really the best concerning quality. The sound quality is not so good. On the other hand, you could argue a little bit shittier audio commentary, but less synchronization problems would be a nice. How is it? Shit, I can't remember. You know where one guy pays you and you pay him back, like this one? Man, I'm speaking English for so long, but still, if push comes to shove, I start forgetting words and phrases left and right. Sorry if I'm not making much sense. And some more movements here. Yeah, this is one of the shorter but also more boring turns, because literally nothing happens. Some stuff is summoned, some stuff is forged, some armies are moving around, but no large clash happens. Yeah, all the interesting stuff starts soon, but not now. Oh, yes, my first undead. Reanimate undead, and with this, my plan gets into motion. Well, we see next time what this plan is. Libluini signs off.